Directly to today's project, going to be changing or flushing out my brake lines. And I heard you should start from the furthest, which would be the rear right tire, then the rear left tire, then the front right tire, then the front left tire. That sequence to get this job done. But I have an old little hand pump I've used over and over again, and it seems to still work. It's really old. I bought it from Harbor Freight years ago. But how it works is you take this pump and you connect it to this bottle here, which is sealed, has a lining in it, a little rubber seal on it, top. You squeeze this onto there, onto the bottle, like that. This is really snug. Okay, supposed to look like this. Just like that. And this end here goes on to the brake screw above the little stem, but you want to make sure it fits snug, because you're going to take a small wrench and you're going to put this over the little fitting above the screw on your brake line. You want to keep coming over here under the hood, and your where your brake line fluid goes, you want to keep adding fluid. So you want to make sure you have enough, depending on the size of your vehicle. You want to make sure you have enough ready. So you want to keep this filled up. So when you begin to pump, it's going to get low. You want to keep stopping every now and then, checking, make sure it's not too low, because you don't want the air in your brake lines. You want to keep this filled up. You can see here that the fluid in my reservoir is black. I want that to become clear when I'm done. Take a towel and wrap around here in case something wants to try to spill out. I'm going to be able to see, for sure it's not running over. Okay, that's full enough. My caliper under this little plastic cover. It's I'm going to bleed my right rear brake. I got my cap off there. I had a hard time turning my brake line screw there, but I took my 10mm socket to break it loose. It turned to the right to get this off this way. On. To get it loose. Now this is loose. Let's try this again. Get my hose back on. Okay, let me get some compression going on here, and let's open this line up. And you should see fluid start to come through. You should see fluid coming through and this container getting filled up. Other than the pump here. May need to be opened up just a little more if it's not coming out like it's supposed to. So we're gonna open the line a little more. And I see the fluid flowing. Still putting the suction on here. You can see the bubbles in the line. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's some bubbles. And my container is getting full. So let me tighten my nut back up. Turning it toward me to tighten it up. Dump my my cut now. Got my line cut off here. Just gonna open up this, take the top off here. And we have a full cup. Just gonna dump it out. Fluid here, since that went down. And just repeat the process. Make sure your lines are in there. Everything's connected. You're getting some pressure going. This gauge is not working, so vacuum built up. We're going to open up the line again. Starting to get filled up already. And I'm noticing that the brake fluid is coming out clear. So this line is getting cleaned out. You can probably, I don't know if you can see my hose here, but the brake fluid is starting to clear up. It was black. Now I'm doing the left rear. Okay, now we're at the right front, and the brake bleeding screws right here. Got a cap on it. Normally, I wouldn't take the tire off to do the front ones, but I couldn't get a shot with my camera, so I took it off for that purpose. But you don't need to take this off to bleed the front. Just turn your tire to the left, and you can lay on your back or side and be able to access this screw. Your wrench here, and put your tube on top, and be able to bleed it from there. Okay, I got my hose on. This is the right front. Stay around here. Make sure everything's snug. Get a suction going. Let me go and open them up. Gonna push forward here. Just a little. As you can see, the fluid is starting to come out. Now we're at the left front. Last one. My reservoir is starting to get clear. The lines are getting clear. My last line here, the shortest one on the driver's side. The left front, moving right along. That virtually two, cleaning, flushing out your brake line on this 2004 GMC Yukon Denali. Ready? Get my line on there. Got my suction hose, nice and snug. My little wrench ready. This time we're going to turn it toward me. Going to pull it forward toward me to open it up. Get my good grip here. Okay, I got it broken. It's getting filled up here. This is our last one. Didn't take a long time. Now to get the tires off and the lug nuts. Moving the tire and having a safety test under there. Everything's looking good. My fluid looks good. Everything's clearing up. And that is how I flush out my brake line with this little cheap kit here. From Harbor Freight Tools I bought years ago. It's still functioning. It's been years ago since I bought this, but the suction, the rubber inside of this suction tube is still fine, and it still works. So virtually two, changing the cleaning, flushing your brake lines on this 2004 GMC Yukon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.